Hi everyone, welcome to Rashi Things. In our previous technical discussion, we have discussed about Hibernate interview questions part 1. So today I am here to talk about Hibernate interview questions part 2. Let's start. First question: is Hibernate session factory thread safe? Internal state of session factory is immutable, so it is thread safe. Multiple threads can access it simultaneously to get session instances. Next question: is Hibernate session thread safe? Hibernate session object is not thread safe. Every thread should get its own session instance and close it after its work is finished. Next question: what is Hibernate caching? Explain Hibernate first level cache. As the name suggests, Hibernate caches query data to make our application faster. Hibernate cache can be very useful in gaining fast application performance if used correctly. The idea behind cache is to reduce the number of database queries, hence reducing the throughput time of the application. Hibernate first level cache is associated with the session object. This first level cache is enabled by default and there is no way to disable it. However, Hibernate provides some methods through which we can delete selected objects from the cache or clear the cache completely. Any object cache in the session not visible to the other sessions, and when the session is closed, all the cached objects will also be lost. Next question: what is Hibernate save, save or update and persist methods? We'll go one by one. First one, save method. This method is used to save entity to database. Problem with save method is that it can be invoked without a transaction, and if we have mapping entities, then only the primary object gets saved, causing data inconsistencies. Also, save returns the generated ID immediately. Next one, persist method. This method is similar to save with transaction. I feel it's better than save because we can't use it outside the boundary of transaction. So all the object mappings are preserved. Also, persist doesn't return the generated ID immediately, so data persistence happens when needed. Last one, save or update method. This method results into insert or update queries based on the provided data. If the data is present in the database, update query is executed. We can use save or update without transaction also. But again, you will face the issues with mapped objects not getting saved if session is not flushed. Next question: what is query cache in Hibernate? Hibernate implements a cache region for queries result set that integrates closely with the Hibernate second level cache. This is only useful for queries that are run frequently with the same parameters. Next question: what is the benefit of Hibernate Criteria API? Hibernate provides Criteria API that is more object oriented for querying the database and getting results. We can't use criteria to run update or delete queries or any DDL commands. It's only used to fetch the results from the database using more object oriented approach. Some of the common uses of Criteria API are: Criteria API provides projection that we can use for aggregate functions such as sum, min, max, etc. And Criteria API can be used with projection list to fetch selected columns only. Next question: what is the difference between update and merge method? First difference: update means to edit something. On the other side, merge means to combine something. Next difference: update method should be used if the session doesn't contain an already persistent state with the same ID. It means an update method should be used inside the session only. After closing the session, it will throw the error. On the other side, merge method should be used if you don't know the state of the session, means you want to make the modification at any time. Next question: what is the difference between first level cache and second level cache? First difference: first level cache is associated with session. On the other side, second level cache is associated with session factory. Next difference: first level cache is enabled by default. On the other side, second level cache is not enabled by default. Next question: what happens when the NOR constructor is absent in the entity bin? Hibernate framework internally uses Reflection API for creating entity bin instances when get or load methods are called. The method class.newInstance is used, which requires a NOR constructor to be present. When we don't have this constructor in these entity bins, The Hibernate fails to instantiate the bean and hence it throws Hibernate exception. Next question, can we declare the entity class final? No, we should not define the entity class final because Hibernate uses proxy classes and objects for lazy loading of data and hits the database only when it is absolutely needed. This is achieved by extending the entity bean. If the entity class or bean is made final, then it can't be extended and hence lazy loading cannot be supported. That's all in this video. Please support my channel for more technical videos. If you have any doubt, please add your comment in comment section. Please click on bell icon to receive latest notifications from Rashi Things.